Hey guys, welcome back. July 6th. It is Wednesday. We're going to review the 0-day options today on SPY. Small account challenge I am building. This is my trading journal, more or less. Thanks for being here. So this morning, we're kind of opened it right between 5 and 20 day, which are now basically touching. 5's the gold, 20 days the red line there on the daily chart. This is the 1 minute. So yeah, it rallied out of it though, but we're still in this wedge. So today's range isn't that big at all, and pretty limited trades, really, at least to me. This is Eric's 30-minute chart, SPY day trading on YouTube. This is today, so chopped around a little bit in the morning, then rallied out of the 5 and 20. There was a cup and handle you can see on the 1 minute. It's just wasn't great structure, and then just basically bull flag, but we're just still stuck in this wedge, and it seems like we're even getting in maybe this tighter wedge right here. We couldn't even break out of this blue today. We're using that as a resistance, so broke the magenta and then it was retesting it, so that's bullish, but it had no legs on it. Not even enough to retest the top of that blue until just the last 30 minutes. So yeah, good day to chill out, but I did take some trades. I missed the first bit. Let's see, I showed up right about here. Yeah, it's right about here. Here, yeah, somewhere right around here, 10 o'clock. So I had nice liquidity here, had a little rally, potential for a shoulder. I was looking for puts in here, but I was still kind of getting settled in on what goes where. And so yeah, I don't know if I even took a trade in here, but yeah, I broke this red, which I think ended up being a pretty good one, and then retested it, and that was that would have been the entry right there on the retest. Once because it was already starting to grab that shoulder for this move down. I didn't take that just because lack of confidence, because then I put in this green one, and I'm like, well, this could also be a support, and I don't really want to take a trade from there to there. Since the last 2 days this week, I've been kind of holding green to red on some trades and being a little greedy, I guess. I was thinking I need to take it probably low a day and just continue on with my life, even if it flushes. So yeah, it was a pretty tight range at that point, but let's review the trades. Yeah, I keep getting caught in the middle of the day and when I shouldn't be trading. I think I did less today, but it is actually a green day. Just barely. Could have been much better. There's one stupid thing that happened that was just frustrating. So here's the account. $4 green today. There are the trades. And let's see, 1023 was my first put for 61 cents. So I did wait for it to break this green then, and I got it right at the beginning of this candle. Once that candle closed below the green, I took it. I also had this purple. Oh, that was the thing. Yeah, so this purple was my kind of precision selling channel. It broke it to the upside, like didn't continue on, but retested magenta, and then I put it back in for this leg down. So got one here and came down. Nice quick confirmation. Hit low a day. I'm like, I should just take it and close it on this candle. Fortunately, I didn't catch quite the positive slippage I would have if I caught on this candle, because this was a pretty violent candle. I probably missed out on another 15-20% on it, honestly. So this was 61 cents into 76 cents. So small trade, but it's good I closed there. Excuse me. So now we've completed the inverse cup, so I'm kind of looking for a handle, and it doesn't always work like that, but that is kind of where I'm at. You can take a mutual interest trade here, retracement. I'd say on the break of this purple. I'm trying to do those some, but you got to be careful with them, because there's not really structure at that point. You're you're just betting on both the bulls and bears wanting to go the same direction for at least a few moments. And then you get moves like this. Sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small. But yeah, this ended up being the correct direction the other way, which was signified by this gold that turned back on. This white, so I had this white in here, but I had a little different. I actually ended up changing it after it showed this, where it resisted, broke out, and then retested. That's how I then lined up that line. Mine was a bit steeper. It wasn't basically this obvious. This coincided more with Emperor's chart, and he had it before then probably. I wasn't looking at his, but yeah, then I moved it to that. And I could have taken calls here. I mean, of course, in hindsight, it's easy, but at that point, we hadn't quite completed the cup, and this was such a shallow little channel. Well, my line wasn't there either. Definitely would have helped if I'd seen, okay, it broke out. Now it's testing resistance. But that being said, also, the cup hadn't been closed, and this didn't look like a handle. Anyways. Next trade was at 1040 for another put. Yeah. Okay, so it's me trying to catch the handle. Okay, so I guess I did have the white line. Was that the 1040? Oh, interesting. This is a pretty big red one. That's not good. That's no good. Oh, it's at the bottom of this. The bottom. So this, yeah, my white line was down here, and so this made a double doji here, and these candles were starting to look pretty wicky. So that signified to me there was another top also for this handle, and so I got it on this candle when it was like here, it was red, and then it just reversed, and then it went here and went green and broke, and that's when I closed it. So early candles, kind of a bigger loss on that one. That was from 1040 to 1041, 34 cents. Oh, that was small. Never mind. 34 cents to 30 cents. That wasn't bad. I was looking at something else. Yeah, that was good. And then, yeah, and then it broke it and retested it and had that little move up. And then looking at it now, it had completed a cup, but it also had completed an inverse cup. But I guess the most recent structure I would say is the most prevalent and the one to trade off of and strategize from. That's probably the way to kind of handle it. Of course, you can always go the other way. You've got liquidity down here if it does want to reject and come here, but yeah, just to kind of look out for the different scenarios that could happen. This had completed the cup, and so this ended up not being a handle. So looking for a handle here, and I was, I think at that point I maybe had this white line in here, but it was just such small structure. I mean, it's coming up here, and it's like, okay, I've got a nice liquidity up here for a shoulder. If we come down and retest something with the head, maybe VWAP, maybe this red, which it never did anything. It just did a tiny little inverse head and shoulder, which was just ugly. So could have taken it on the break there, but I'm like, I didn't like that small structure, so I just left it. Which, yeah, that would have been the trade. To me, that was pretty much the main trade today, right there, that one. And it just wasn't a great setup, so that's why I didn't take it. 1240. A call. At least I had the right direction at that point. So it came up here, was just pretty weak selling. What time is that on the 30-minute? 11:30. So at 11:30, we are at a resistance. We're at lots of resistances up here. So I was just like, this is not a good spot to get calls. We've got this blue line, which was close. We have magenta. It was kind of breaking out of magenta, but the candle hadn't closed. So I'm like, and we had this cup that just closed here from back, let's see, yesterday. So I'm like, all right, maybe it'll build a handle. And this, it did close above it, but yeah, I guess it did close above it, but that was later. So once it closed above it, it's like, all right, bullish, but it didn't end up doing anything. So that was this grind up. It wasn't an entry here. Came up. It's had some volume come in here and some volatility. Of course, yeah, now it's a nice inverse head. I thought it could have been, but I wasn't willing to take it on the break of this steeper purple for calls. And then it broke the white and did a little retest here. And I did see that, and I'm like, man, we're just so much resistance is up here. I really don't want it. And I guess, I don't know if I'm just... It's good to be picky, as long as you're not trading crap. So that's like, okay, I got picky with this trade, which... And I shouldn't have been. I should just kind of let it go. Like, all right, didn't make a nice inverse head and shoulder. It's fine. Still broke it. Yeah. And then this one, it was like perfect, really. I mean, it retested it nicely to show support. It had already broken it. I really considered it, but it was just like, we're so far up already, and there's resistances right here. It's going to be such a small trade. I don't know. Talked myself out of it, I guess. I think thinking also that I only have so many trades, and maybe I took some of these on the big account because I'm like, I don't want to waste my small account trades. I'm not going to review those, but yeah. So didn't catch that one. I mean, literally it would have been 2 candles, and that's if I got it at support. But this would have been nice. I mean, this would have been 20% probably. Had the right strike. Let's see. Yeah, that's like, it's not even quite half a point. Yeah, probably 20%. And then what do we got? 1240, 1242. Yeah, that's what we did, right? Oh no, we haven't done that one yet. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's up here. So that was that trade. Comes up here, it's building liquidity. Not nice structure, which is fine. Mark doesn't always give nice structure. Came up, broke this new gold that I put in, which I think Malcolm and Eric already had it, or Malcolm, whatever his name. Yeah, Malcolm was his name? I don't know. Emperor, that's it. Broke it, and then he came down and was retesting it. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go long there. Not so fast. False break. Where did I get it? I got it there. Oh, okay, I was on the retest of that white also. Yeah, I didn't have gold in at that point, actually. There's no gold, it's just my white. So broke my white, came up. I actually got a nice entry if this worked. I got it here. I was retesting white. I'm like, all right, I'll take it. And this is the problem with lack of structure. Like, you can trade that without structure. You've got to be quick on your exits. It's just, yeah, you just got to know what you're doing, I guess. More than I do. But yeah, that did end up working out. And it was also time of day. I mean, you've got 12:30, so it's lunch hour. My zone is from 12:45 to 1:15 is like, I gotta be very picky on my trades and just let them go. So 12:40, we got one for 55 cents, sold it for 47 cents at 12:42. So yeah, kind of a lot of ugliness here. Sold on that one even before it broke back in there. I was just like, I'm not holding this thing. This structure is so ugly, and it's the middle of the day, and the volume hadn't increased. Like, if we get a lot of volume, then yes, let's do it. So at this point, I'm pretty much out of buying power on the day because my first contract was kind of expensive. I was getting higher delta today, a little bit higher. Trying to stay over $30 premium when I'm buying, and at least like 25 delta. Next trade. Wait, where's my green trade? How am I green? Oh, is that first one? What? 1023, 1024. Oh, this trade was green. Yeah, that's right. That trade was green. That's crazy. It's usually the opposite. I have like 3 red trades and 1 green trade. My first trade was green, and that afforded me all these red trades. So 1, 2, 3 red trades after my green trade. Giving back my small amount of gains, but all of them, for the moment, or close to all of them. This next trade is the annoying one. Very annoying. 203, I was into calls. Well, 1 call. Okay, so I then duplicated it to resist. Well, here it's clearly building liquidity there, so that's a bullish. Waiting for it to break it. And then I duplicated up here because it broke out a little false break, so I put 1 there. And retested it, resisted. Could have taken puts there just for kind of a mutual or retracement trade, whatever. I wasn't quite paying that much attention at this point, and let's see, what time was that? That was almost 2. I don't know what my excuse is there, because that was a perfect test on my green, which I don't think Emperor had that one in there. And maybe it wasn't even right, but it definitely showed some support right there. So that was with low a day. And then up here, So could have taken one there, I guess. Yeah. So broke this white right here, and then broke the orange, but not the second one. Came down and retested here. Yeah, this could have been a good entry. Anyways, I didn't enter until... Oh, wait, I wanted more confirmation. So it's tough when you have a day where there's just not breakouts, or there are, but they're only like one candle. If you're only trading the breakouts, which I kind of am. I'm trying to trade support and resistance more and kind of zone of mutual interest in the range, but I just maybe fail at it more. So anyways, this one, so you've got a shoulder here, head, like sure you can see the structure if you want. Right here. So full body candle, volume was kind of picking up a little bit, especially on this candle. Fire stepping in, full body. Did close above that gold, so I'm like, all right, I'm in this thing. Got it on a little retrace. This candle, yeah, this actually kind of sucked holding through here. Got on a little retrace, and then went bloop, and I'm like, oh no, and then was starting to dance around below it. That was into the calls at 203, which is right here. The reason why I had some confidence though, actually, because I was looking at Emperor's chart right then. And on his chart, it was above. It had broken and was holding above. Right here. Excuse me. So his chart broken, holding above. So that's why I kind of held it, even though mine was slightly different. So held it, and then nice big green candle. Little one. Okay, I'm thinking I just start getting a big head or something. I mean, given high days right here, I'm not wanting to close this thing at high day. I've got to be honest, like it's been building liquidity all day up here. It's like building the bull flag. What time is it? 14:30, 2:30. Yeah, we're at 2:30 on the 30-minute. So it's been holding above magenta. We're here. So I guess it hadn't broken the blue, but I wasn't bothered with that. I hadn't even tested it. So I was thinking at least a test on that, and I was hoping for a retest up on this green. But it just did not want to show up today. So part of the struggle with one contract is that I'm making it hard to close that first one, which is good and bad. It's good because I'm holding through some volatility, and not just taking profits too quick. Bad because sometimes you just have to lock in profits, and if I only have one, it's hard to just lock in profits if it keeps going. So that's why I didn't take on this candle, because at this candle, I could go back and look at it, but it was like 35-40%, and it was quick. I mean, it worked out. My thesis was right. Everything was right. 2 contracts, sure, I would have taken one on there for sure. I held, so it does a little red. I'm like, it's just building up a little bit more. Part of the problem with that was the volume. Let's see. I think the volume had picked up some, maybe not enough. Just didn't want to have continuation today, really. So on Emperor's, I was looking at his for the kind of the precision to the upside, and so we're right here. So did this. I was like 40%. It would have been a nice, pretty like an average green day today if I'd closed that there, just on that kind of that candle with some velocity. Red candle broke here. I'm like, no big deal. And then it's come down here. I'm like, then I got caught up. I was dealing with my kid, and it wasn't their fault. It was just I couldn't focus. I was like, I couldn't deal with it, and I just didn't have the focus. And so I think I just like kind of panic sold. I was like, oh shoot, this thing's going against me. I don't want to go red on this thing. So I sold it real quick at 210. So it did end up kind of going back up and retesting, but really didn't have continuation. At this point, I thought, okay, it's just coming down and retesting this, and I totally just blew it by selling it, because I sold it here. It was for $1 gain, or maybe I had a stop on it. No, I manually sold that. It just so happens to be a tiny gain. So it was retesting it, and again, if I had 2 contracts, sell one, hold through this. Who knows? If I would have held through another retest, probably would have taken profits somewhere, at least in here. But yeah, so that one was kind of annoying because I had nice profits here. I just got a little greedy again. I gotta tighten it in. Didn't trade here. Did a couple on the big account. Didn't work out. Keeping it small. on there. Pretty ugly close, really. You have a shoulder and a head. I kind of missed this, though. I came after the 10 minute, and it just ended up chopping to close. I was looking for a VWAP move, but no dice. Even this move was quite ugly. That's what we got. It's a Green Day. It was as lame as it sounds in my voice. It is Green Day, and I'm thankful for that. So thanks for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Monday, 6th round. See you tomorrow.